Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Azar Mathani, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sondi.
That's me.
And the alluring Tony O.
I like this one, yeah. Good start. Alluring's a good start. Morning, boys. Yeah.
Morning.
Top.
Tell you what, we have a week where none of us are miserable, so
yeah,
have to start off on the right foot.
Honestly, yeah. You boys
Rare.
have had a
Very rare.
I was going to say you boys have had a good week. Then I remembered not so much. I won't bring it to the Champions League, Uzi. I'll just
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When we get to it,
Please.
I will. That's all.
Yeah.
Please do not forget, Tommy. You are still 10th in the table.
It's not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll have a smile on my face today. Yeah. I'm not down in the gutter.
To be honest, I don't think I can count last week's results as a good week for Chelsea because we didn't discuss that game. But we will be discussing that game.
It wasn't on the pod. It doesn't
discuss
exist.
It. Yeah, we can discuss it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, I did a little. Did that little video. Would you call it a rant? Or I guess it wasn't. Was it really a rant? Maybe
It's
a confessional. A confessional. I think.
A confessional. Yeah, okay. We'll call it that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, why don't we just get into it, man? Like, the Chelsea.
Yeah,
He's
probably
brimming with
one
confidence.
of the games of the season.
Yeah.
Chelsea 4, Man City 4. Put that one on a billboard because that's a great advertisement for the league.
Yeah, classic,
where
man.
do we fucking start with this one? This might be the entirety of the pod, just this game.
Nuts game, man. Just nuts. Pep hated this game. You could tell. He
was mad. He was just sitting there pouting the entire
chaos,
time.
He gave up on control. He just sat down. It's like, you guys just do whatever you want because this isn't working. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if just like the weather contributed to that too. It was just pouring. It seemed like for most of the game as well.
By the way,
yeah,
are City the only team in the league that are allowed to get grapple pens? Is that what this is? Like every big game, they just get grapple pens out. Like they don't need the help, right? Do they need the help? I don't know.
You know what?
Every game.
Hey, tell you what, they would have lost this game without it. So apparently they do.
No, man.
Going to that PK. You know what I mean? It's like
it's nonsense.
They're both tugging to each other. At what point do you say?
I will say Holland starts it.
Yeah, he pulls it back
out of position first.
Exactly. And he does this all the time, by the way, right? Like
yeah.
That's perfectly fine. Like, but you can't give a penalty for.
And also, he's not getting the ball.
Unbelievably so.
He's not getting the ball as well, right? Like,
he goes down as soon as he knows he's not getting it. That's the thing. Yeah.
How can Cucurella pull down Howard? He can't. He just can't. Like,
yeah, that one was frustrating because it's like, if two players do the same thing, you gotta let it go, or like you just can't call one or the other. So that was.
Well, it's frustrating because every game this weekend, you saw grapples. Like every game, it's nuts. Anyway, I'm glad you guys.
But like, we had the reaction, right? That's the thing.
He equalized in 4 minutes. Like, that was such a nice header from Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
Man, like I want to say, like we'll talk about the goals because he scored a goal. I don't think he had a great game because he was at fault of a couple of the goals that happened.
Yeah, he had Cucurella beside him. Like
that's Listen, you know what? You guys will say Cucurella had a bad game. I thought he was actually decent out there, to be honest.
He was decent the further away he got from his goal. The moment he had to do any defending, he was not good. I'm sorry.
We know that he's not a great defender, but I just feel like he's putting in a shift out there. He has some decent runs going forward.
Yeah.
It's not like a completely atrocious performance.
I didn't know. He played well. He brought energy, right? Like he really pressed aggressively. I mean, on Monday last week against Tottenham, he was your best offensive outlet. They had to bring him on to save the game because you guys were a mess.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But
but what was I gonna say? Like, great response. The second goal too. Felt like City didn't really want to, especially like This is the thing about Chelsea, right? We all know this.
Mm-hmm.
It's black and white. Like it's a team that has a lot of possession against us. comes at us, we can counter and we can use the extra spaces out wide, take advantage of it, right? A team like that sits back, we can't break them down. We look like a championship level team. You know what I mean? It's night and day. Two different opponents that we play, right? So I knew going into this game, playing City was going to want the ball, was going to come at us. It's obviously going to work in our favor a little bit, right? Because we can counter that style of play. Against all the top teams this year, against Arsenal for 70 minutes, we looked really good. Mm-hmm. Against Liverpool early on, we looked like the better team. Mm-hmm. I guess Spurs, we won against Spurs. That's all we want to say there. And then against City now, we were toe-to-toe. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say we were the better team.
I thought you were.
We were at least.
I thought you
would
were.
say better?
Yeah, okay. I thought you were, yeah.
Fair.
I mean,
but
speaking of Chelsea's second goal, I think Raheem Sterling was the best player on the pitch.
Possessed, man. I haven't seen Sterling play that well in years. Like, he destroyed Walker.
Rolling back the years.
Did you see the Meg on Doku?
Oh, man. Yeah.
He got a few Megs.
Megs on game. Walker, yeah. Walker just took him out after. It's like, I'm not having this. Yeah. I haven't seen Sterling play that well in a long time. If you guys had listen, Jackson did score in this game, but if you had a proper center forward, you'd have killed City. Honestly.
I agree.
The amount of times Jackson was just standing offside on a counter.
He's a mess.
It was infuriating. You know what was particularly infuriating for me was because I was watching this game with some friends. I decided to put like a $2 little bet down. Mm-hmm. Everything hit. I had Holland shooting on target. I had Jackson taking a couple of shots. I had a bunch of yellows, and then I had over 3 offsides. And the fuckers wouldn't pass to Jackson at any point when they were countering. They're like, we wait until we get to the box before we try to find you.
They know.
Yeah. In the build-up, too, like his passing. He just makes, I don't even say wrong decisions. He just has bad passing ability. Yeah. And just kills.
His technique is really poor. Like, he's a ball of energy, right? But his technique is shocking. Yeah.
I was going to add, I'll bring it back to midweek. This guy's got 4 goals in 2 games. Yet you could probably say he's one of the worst players on the pitch. He's got 4 goals in 2 games.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's wild.
Now Chelsea,
but then City come back.
Yeah, you guys have so much like speed and devastation in attack. It's just apart from finishing ability, but you just zero creativity in your team and intelligence.
Oh yeah.
Which is which ties into what you're saying about give your players time on the ball against a deep block. You can't do anything.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's crazy how obvious it is just seeing how simple it is just seeing it like that. But then second goal, right? Was it? I don't know who crossed it. Maybe it was
Reece James. It's Reece James. I think Vardiol. He's not playing well, man. And Pep kind of killed him in the press conference beforehand, talking about how he's not showing the ability to play in the center of defense. He's a center back, and now he's playing this makeshift left back. It's not great. He looked rubbish in this game, and
him and Diaz.
Diaz was
especially Why is he? Well, I guess we'll get to that goal. But City equalized
on the third goal.
So we're talking about. Let's go to the 4th goal now. When City get back to 2-2, right? The cross into Akanji, right?
Yeah.
Akanji free header.
Yeah.
That's for me. You watch Thiago Silva's positioning in that goal. He's literally marking no one, and he's missing Akanji.
So
that's why I think it's his fault on that.
When I watched that one back, it looked like Enzo was originally marking Akanji and then drifted away from him.
Yeah,
it looks like it was a breakdown in communication. Whether Enzo should be tossing that one off to Thiago.
It's a mix, right? It's a mix. It's zonal / man marking. So I think because City took that corner short, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what then happens is Enzo tries to push up, but Chelsea don't do it uniformly. So yeah, City do that a lot. They actually score a lot of goals that. Yeah, because it breaks your zonal marking structure. But yeah, that was on the stroke of halftime as well. Could have been a really damaging goal, but
I mean, they scored right after the break as well, which was damaging.
I can't even remember. Too many goals, man. How was it?
That was Erling Haaland scoring with his taint.
With his what?
Yeah.
With his perineum, his gooch, whatever you'd like to call it.
I can't remember the goal, honestly.
Well, it was quick. Alvarez just puts it in, right? And then Haaland puts it. They checked it for handball as well. Just
yes, I remember now when he slid in. Okay.
Yeah.
He went in before the ball.
Dicked it across the line.
Yeah. Haaland just about, went in before the ball.
I'll be honest, when that goal got go away, I'm like, damn, that's it. That's the end of our fight. I'll be honest, yeah. So the fact that we got it is 3-3 from this was the one where Diaz slides late, right?
No.
To like block the shot.
He slides for
reason.
He slides for no reason.
It's so weird. And then
like he's just running across. So
raining,
you know when you're playing FIFA, when you play FIFA and you accidentally press slide tackle when you're controlling, that's what it looks like.
It was raining.
Or if you're like me, Tony, remember this? You just press slide tackle all the time. For every instance.
It doesn't work, Tommy.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Sometimes it doesn't work ever. Yeah.
But yeah, and then easy rebound, right? Can't miss those. And then we're back in it. And then of course, the one guy for City that always scores late, Rodri, right? Always pops up.
He didn't have
just somehow.
He didn't have a good game either.
He didn't have a great game either. No. And then this is where we blame Thiago Silva because he sticks his foot out. Where it just seems like a very novice mistake, right? Because like he completely wrong foot.
If you're blocking a shot, you need to make a clean connection. You're just making things worse. Yeah. You should. That should have been it. And yet somehow you still had time to go down the other end. And I just the defenders in this game were shocking.
Yeah, Diaz again, right?
Yeah, right? Diaz again. It's crazy, and he's protesting. It's like, oh, I didn't touch it. It's like we have I mean, fair enough. VAR.
Tell you what, it's still worth the appeal.
Yeah, honestly,
you never know when the check might cash. Yeah,
it was actually pretty brilliant from Broja. Like he kind of stalls his shot and then just baits Diaz to come in and takes him out. And you know what?
It's brilliant because Diaz is an idiot. To be fair, because
I mean,
but
all game, great penalty from Palmer. This guy,
4 pens now. I think 4 pens.
He's at 3. I think he's at 3. It's a 4.
No, because I know he scored 4 goals, so I think he has 4 pens. Like he's just clean from the spot.
He's very composed.
I will say he has a very punchable face.
He does. He does.
If Brexit had a face.
There was a point where he went to he went over to the City free kick. Yeah, when they were taking it, and Colin just drags him away. It's like, what are you doing? You don't play for us anymore.
No, he was laughing.
I know. And then Kyle Walker takes a free kick, which is not right. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway.
So it ended 4-4. Now, my biggest gripe with this game is the fact that referee Anthony Taylor, right? Yes, this guy was demoted, right? To the championship.
Nah, come on. That's all for sure. Man. That's all for sure.
And then I know. And then first game back.
Biggest game of the season. One of the biggest games. Yeah.
City Chelsea, and against a Chelsea team who he's had history against making bad calls. How does this guy get this game?
Anthony Taylor has a history of making bad calls against everyone. It's just a bad referee.
Everyone. Yeah, everyone.
I do know that Chelsea fans in particular do not get on with Anthony Taylor.
Absolutely not. Yeah, you're right. And
I'm sure that penalty, that first penalty, really helped. And then blowing the whistle when you were on a counterattack.
No, and blowing whistle, but early. Because think about how much time there still should have been on top of that.
So I did see so the penalty was given in the 91st minute. Mm-hmm. Then the penalty was taken in 96. I see Palmer scored 90 plus 5.
90 plus 5.
And then you have about 4 minutes of basically just them waffling about with VAR and all the usual nonsense. You get the celebration afterwards, and somehow there's only 2 additional minutes added on at the end. It's like they want to. I don't understand what they're doing with added time. Either be like just keep it the way it was, or actually add it on. just fucking about with
You
it.
could have just stopped out as I don't understand what they're doing. Period. As a
Yeah,
group.
fair.
Yeah. I don't know. But
well, in the end, it's a classic. It's a classic match, 4-4, and 4 goals in each half. Like, it was a pretty darn exciting match. Yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm happy about it because it's like I've waited since Tuchel got fired. I haven't seen a game like this from Chelsea where they actually gave it a go against a top team. It's honestly been that long. It's felt like it's been. Maybe there's been one in here, but like we've actually against the top sides. Like I said before, we've actually played well, and that's for me. That's the biggest takeaway for me. We didn't win. Tony, you said we should have won. Probably you're right. Have a striker, we probably win this game. But the fact that we're in it, you know what I mean? We're not getting absolutely bulldozed through.
I just felt you guys were more dangerous than City, and you gave them goals. That's it. Don't get me wrong, City made some mistakes defensively, but you know, like Thiago Silva is a player that I was critical of you guys signing. I don't know if you remember. I felt like he was in the twilight of his career.
Yeah.
It wasn't very. I didn't think it was a smart decision, but tell you what, he's been your best player for the past 3 years now. He's been at Chelsea, maybe
4
years.
4. Like, who would have thought that?
He's 30. What? 39.
He's 39.
38, 39.
No, he's there. Yeah, 39.
He's 39 now.
Yeah, I think they said
he,
he's the oldest, first person at 39 to score since Ryan Giggs or something stupid
since
like
Giggs.
that. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
No one would have thought that when we signed him that we thought he was gonna be 1 year.
Yeah.
For sure. That's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's been here for 4. It's wild. But yeah, great game.
Where does this leave City, by the way? Because I think they have a tough run coming up. I don't know if they're.
Well, they're still top.
They are still
They're
top.
on Liverpool next
but
week.
they're not looking good against the top. Top teams. I was gonna flashback to United, and I was like, nope, autocorrect.
Not a top team. Not a top team.
Autocorrect.
We know our role. We know where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, City Liverpool is obviously not next week because of international break.
What a stupid placement for this thing, man. Like,
yeah.
We have too many
So
international
2 weeks.
breaks now.
Hey.
But it's the last
I'm
one.
just saying,
Right?
Pakistan World Cup qualifier against Saudi Arabia, November 16th.
Okay, so we have some big games. We have some big games in there.
We have the big game.
Oh shit, Tommy, we missed your birthday. Just realized. Happy birthday.
Wait. Is it not your birthday?
No, not
coming
yet.
up?
I just realized.
Is it tomorrow? Wait, is it tomorrow then?
I'm not telling you what day it is. Move on. Happy birthday. Yeah. We move on now.
Yeah, thank you. But I'm Tony. No,
Fucking hell, Tommy. You
No.
can't keep trying to hide your birthday from us every
But
year.
mine was a week ago.
I know.
Tony's is like literally tomorrow. I'm almost certain it's tomorrow.
It's not tomorrow. I'm
Or
just gonna
the
leave it at
15th.
that.
Is it today?
Oh, it can't be today. No way.
Oh, the way he's looking, it is today, isn't it?
It's not today.
I need my phone. I have it written down in my phone, but my phone's not on me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think it's the 13th. It's either the 14th or 15th, I think.
Let's move
But
on.
then again, watch it be the 13th. I'm gonna say happy birthday, Tony. Just
Yeah, happy birthday, Tommy.
faces.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Damn, I'm the only one on this call with a fucking November birthday.
Non-Scorpio over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not
that's
far
fast,
away.
so.
You're not that far away either, right? December 25th.
This man's
Yeah.
just telling
Not looking
everyone
forward to it.
everyone's birthdays on air. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I think it's time to move on to the next game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know we've run out of stuff to talk about when we start chatting birthdays.
Yeah.
But we have Wolves beating Spurs 2-1, 2 goals in injury time, to beat a Spurs team whose season is now very much coming off the rails.
Oh, it's off.
You're welcome.
It is
You're
off.
welcome, boys.
Yes,
All
well
right.
done. You almost fucked it up, but you finally delivered last week. Well done. You could just see their season explode with Van der Ven's hamstring. Just absolutely exploded, yeah. And then Madison for
Like-
good measure. But we saw that
Yeah,
one
I
coming.
mean, just this coming into this game, they were missing 3 of their starting back 4 from the previous game, and instantly when this game started, you're just like, this could go bad.
Yep.
And then they were winning, they were pulling through, and then the history of the Tottenham. It always comes back, doesn't it?
Wolves are they're a weird team. They dominate. They just can't score. They just can't finish.
I feel like we've been saying that about Wolves
years.
for a very long time.
Ah,
ever since Jimenez got hurt.
Fair.
Yeah. Spurs played Dyer and Ben Davies as center back.
Yeah,
okay.
They did.
They have very much run out.
Yeah, I'm surprised they held out for 90 minutes without conceding.
That was just Wolves. Their inability to finish. Yeah. Like Cunha, forget who else. I think Nuri had some chances as well. But yeah.
I mean, the way they did it though, 90th minute, Sarabia's goal, his first touch from that angle was just insane.
Beautiful.
And the finish. And then the goal, honestly, I've watched that Lamina goal now probably 15, 20 times not just because it's Spurs.
It's because it's
doing a Spurs thing, right? Yeah. But also because like the build-up and the crowd just getting louder and louder. It was so loud.
Yeah.
It was just great to watch.
Especially because it wasn't a clean connection as well, right? So
no,
like,
just
is it in?
Just enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've ever heard Molyneux that loud. Like, Gary O'Neill's doing I was very skeptical when they appointed Gary O'Neill.
Yeah.
I know he kept Bournemouth up last year, but it always felt like he was a little bit of an interim manager, and they just weren't that interim. But
I like it.
But when he was appointed, because Lopetegui left like on the eve of the season, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was an interesting appointment, and I've liked what he's done so far. Like Wolves, if you remember Wolves last season, they weren't creating all that much. On top of not really being able to finish, this season still can't quite finish, but they create a lot of chances, which is not what I expected going into the season as a whole.
Yeah, I thought he did a miraculous job last season on Bournemouth. I didn't think they had the quality to stay up.
When they stayed up, I was like, my thing was like, how much of this is O'Neill? How much of this is just other teams being shit? Like, how much of this is on Leicester City, basically?
Yeah, but they didn't. Did they just about? I thought they finished like 15th.
I think they ended up finishing okay.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
I was never convinced.
It's fair, but
maybe it was just the talent level, right?
Yeah, because he's doing pretty. Like, they look good, Wolves. Every time I see them, I mean, Pedro Neto is injured, right? Like, he's their most dynamic attacker. Yeah.
Wang Hee-chan is having his most productive season in the Prem so far.
He had a bad miss in this game, but I think this was his first game in like 5 games at the Molyneux where he hadn't scored or something ridiculous like that. So, yeah, they've looked good. I mean, I'm just enjoying watching Ange, the media darling, he's out there, this is just who we are, mate. It's like, yeah, we know. This is exactly who you are. Defending on the halfway line with 9 men, like it's, some kind of tactical genius from, just...
Yeah, that's what he says. Like, we're always going to give it a go. It's like, in this game, they didn't give it a go.
They did nothing. They just sat back, did nothing.
Let's see how well the media loves.
I will say I'm enjoying how much, because Spurs have had pretty unlikable managers for the last couple. It's been Conte and Mourinho, very easy to hate, enjoyable to hate even. I'm enjoying how much Spurs having a likable manager is annoying the two of you. It's very funny to me.
It's not annoying me right now. I'm loving it.
Here's the thing, right? They were winning, right? So let's see when they start struggling and losing.
Yeah.
How much talk this guy's gonna have. Are we just going to forget about it?
But I could see, like, when they were winning and he was getting praise, I could see how much it was eating up the two of you.
I like that.
As someone who has, like, I got nothing against Spurs.
I was hearing that Spurs were in a title challenge, and yet somehow we're 12 games in and that title challenge is over. It's, it's interesting. But, yeah.
Look, I'm just saying, my point is, aside from all that, it is not related to them, it's related to you, and... keep it up. It's very entertaining.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Yeah.
Let's move on to another team whose hopes this season have taken a bit of a hit through injury. Bournemouth have beaten Newcastle 2-0, and not only did they beat Newcastle, they destroyed Newcastle. They dismantled Newcastle. this could have finished 6-0 to Bournemouth, and I don't think it would have been surprising having watched the game.
Yeah, I might be in the minority here. I'm probably not. I have zero sympathy for Newcastle.
Oh, none. Yeah. Absolutely none.
No, you're not in the minority.
Yeah.
They are not a likable team.
No, and I'm sorry, look, you spend 70 million on Tonali, okay, bad luck, or maybe not doing your due diligence, but if you're making those kind of signings, you can't complain when you don't have squad depth. You just can't. Like, they wanted to be in the Champions League. I felt they got there too early for their team. I don't think they were ready for it. I saw them against Dortmund. Yeah.
They're bottom of the group now, right?
They are, but that group's a bit weird.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's close, yeah.
As they could end up finishing top if they get a couple of big results. I don't think they will. They won't. But, yeah. Their season is in danger of falling apart right now.
Yeah, this is what I predicted, honestly, to start the season, like with Newcastle. I felt they would struggle with the multiple competitions, especially with Champions League. And just after that high of how well their season went last year, it wasn't going to be all just like smooth sailing to the top again and that sort of thing. This is a hiccup that you kind of expect. They're still going to be a top team in 2, 3, 4 years, right? We fully expect that with all the funding. But this is a hiccup. And honestly, I agree. I don't think they'll make it out of that Champions League group. And I don't think they're going to finish in top 4 this season either. That's a struggle with all these games. Players getting injured. Yeah, they have like Bruno's out.
They have a lot of injuries.
Injured,
like in fairness,
Wilson,
yeah, sure, injuries do suck, but
they happen.
Like
they happen.
they're not the only team dealing with injuries.
Exactly, everyone's dealing with injuries.
United have missed most of their starting back 4 for most of the season. We're not getting any sympathy. Why should they?
Do you have a starting back 4? I don't know that you have a starting back 4. I saw Varane in the Champions League.
Well, from last season. From last season.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. You're missing bodies. Let's just put it at that. I heard Johnny Evans is out now as well.
We do be missing bodies. Yeah. He definitely counts as a body.
Yeah.
But yeah, Newcastle, they're struggling, but it's kind of what I expected to see. But
the Tonali suspension is a big blow. It's a big blow for them. That I think they banked a lot on that, because not having Bruno and not having Tonali, you look at the rest of their midfield and suddenly it's a bit
pedestrian.
Yeah, bang average. Championship. That's the word I was looking for. Championship. But well done, Bournemouth. They fully deserved. They were brilliant on the day. Like you said, could have scored a lot more goals. So.
Opens up a bit of space between them and the relegation zone as well. They're now 3 points clear of Luton.
I don't even look that far down because I just feel like the teams that are going down are going down. Like we know.
The 3 promoted teams are all there right now in their place, in their rightful spot.
Basically, yeah. So.
It's a sad relegation battle this year. Let's move on from this one. I guess talk about one of the other relegation teams. Arsenal beat Burnley 3-1. Pretty smooth sailing for the most part. I know Burnley did equalise, make it 1-1 at one point, but Arsenal retook the lead about 5 minutes later or something.
Yeah, we've been critical of Company about his playing style and everything. I'm not sure there's anything anybody can do with that squad. I looked at them. They look pretty solid, actually. I mean, look, we seem to have identified a weakness from crosses and we just capitalized on it. We're missing a few players through injury, so we weren't at our fluid best. But I don't know, man. What else can they do?
Well, so then you basically have to look at their recruitment summer, because they spent 20 million on James Trafford, who hadn't played a top flight game before. You're coming up as a promoted team. You need to buy smart.
Yeah.
And this kid's never played. I know he was great in the under 21 Euros, but it's the under 21 Euros. Yeah. It's very different from playing against grown men in the Premier League. And his performance on crosses and corners was atrocious. Like that Saliba goal.
He's
like,
6 foot.
What is he doing?
He's 6'7" or something. Like he's not a small goalkeeper, and he couldn't catch anything, right? Like he was.
Did you guys score all 3 goals on crosses?
On crosses.
Set pieces?
Nah, 2 on set pieces. To be fair, the first goal, there's nothing you can do about it. Like Saka heads it in from deep, and then Trossard kind of finishes on the line after getting smashed by Trafford. But the other 2, he has to claim. Trossard put every cross right under the crossbar, and he just stayed on his line and got bullied the entire game.
Like this is the shit that people were doing to De Gea last year. Like that's what it reminded me of. Like you put every corner right under the crossbar.
Yeah, I remember when De Gea.
He's not going to come for it.
Yeah, it reminds me of when De Gea first signed. Actually, yeah. Signing a young goalkeeper when you're, relegation threatened, not smart. Southampton did it last season. They're in the championship now, so yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Company might have been working those City contacts a little too hard with that one.
Yeah. He won't be there at the end of the season. They have to do something. I don't think
so.
But I don't think there's anything they can do to stay up, personally. Just don't think the quality is there.
If changing the system isn't working, then it's down to the recruitment. And I don't know. It depends on how much Company was involved in the recruitment process as well.
If he's signing
these
James
are decisions
Trafford,
he's making.
That's him for sure. Like they have some.
Going. I was gonna say going back to Arsenal before. Tony Havertz has had a few games now in a row. Was that 4 games in a row? What's the opinion now?
My opinion has been set for a while. He's a broken man. It's just. This guy always looks like he's on the verge of tears. I don't know. Like he has everything to be a really good player for us. I just don't see it happening. Mentally up there, it's just not there. Like he's just scared. He's playing scared. Look, he's a good tool to have, but we need something else, honestly. Yeah, we keep waiting for him to do something. He shows flashes, but nah. I don't like mentally like I shouldn't say. Yeah, I will say this is competition. I don't like mentally weak players, and he just seems mentally weak to me. So yeah, my opinion is pretty set. I mean, Jorginho's been brilliant for us. Honestly, Arsenal fans kind of kill him because of his Chelsea connections, but he's been a great signing. Havertz, 65 million. I don't know.
You need to stop buying players from Chelsea.
Arsenal
just never goes
No,
well.
please don't. Please keep.
Even United, we shouldn't be buying players from Chelsea either.
Oh, Mason Files. Who did you sign from Chelsea? Mason Mount, not good.
United and Arsenal are responsible for funding Chelsea football club this summer.
But then again, look who we buy. So.
Madrid.
It's just a way. No. Everyone is just wasting money, man.
It's just a lose-lose all
wasting. Give me some of this money. Speaking of wasting money, Man United won, Luton 0. You know what? For once this season, relatively comfortable. Luton kind of just sat back. Didn't really offer too much of a threat. And United eventually got a scrappy goal from Lindelof, and that was all she wrote. Not much else. United missed a bunch of chances. Højlund has picked up a hamstring injury. I don't want to watch football anymore.
You know what I find crazy? You look at the table right now. United are 6.
It's not. They've beaten.
How?
They've beaten the scrubs. That's the thing with United. They've beaten the scrubs that they should beat and lost to everyone else. Like they don't draw any games.
Yep.
They just beat the scrubs.
That's right. 0-0.
Yeah, draws are worse than. Yeah, if you're a team that can just win when you're supposed to, you'll be relatively okay. Because I watch Chelsea, and I'm like, Chelsea look functional. Then I watch Man United, and I'm like, how are you winning football matches? But they are.
Yeah.
Somehow.
The most informed team.
I saw that stat. I was just like, come on. Who even posted this?
That's how you know you can't trust. You can't trust. Recent form.
But you know what's even more damning is you look at the table again. City 32 goals for, Liverpool 27, Arsenal 26, Spurs 24, Villa 29, Newcastle 27, Brighton 25, Chelsea 21, United 13 goals.
You scored 13 goals.
We have fewer goals scored than Nottingham Forest and Everton.
Jesus Christ. I mean, the boy is not...
We have 1 goal from a striker.
I saw Rashford getting cooked. He had a poor game. Yeah, again.
He's been having poor games for a while.
I don't know. His head's not in it right now. I mean, I look at Højlund. I like him. This is kind of what you feared with him.
He needs to clean up. He needs to clean up a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, they go in the Champions League. They don't go in the Premier League.
Yeah. The Champions League was
you
nuts.
saw the chances he had in this game, right?
Yeah, but that's a finish.
I know, but what I'm saying is he's putting in the work, he's putting the effort, he's making the right runs. The goals will come.
No, I like Højlund. I am just very concerned that he has what appears to be a hamstring injury now.
Yep.
So hopefully he just skips international duty and is fine. Hopefully it's not something too serious, but
I think
it is concerning.
I think Ten Hag is playing him a lot to try and get the goals flowing, and he should probably have been. Is Martial? He's still there, no? Or is he injured again?
He is still there. He came on as a sub in this game.
So,
there was one point where he ran onto a through ball, and you're like, "Oh, this is a chance." And then he took a touch, and the ball just pinged out. It was a Mudryk touch.
He looks slow all of a sudden. Like, I guess all the injuries that will happen, but he doesn't look.
Yeah.
He doesn't look.
He's lost the burst.
Yeah.
Which was one of his big things when he came
26. It's got to be that.
26, 27.
He's only 26.
He's 27.
He came through
19.
Must be like that. He came through 18, 19.
Yeah, really young.
There's a Ballon d'Or clause in his contract. That's hilarious.
I think that might have expired at this point.
Surely, yeah.
That's funny.
But hey, gotta win. Up in 6th. We're ahead of Newcastle and Brighton.
Wild.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
But bottom of your Champions League group, right?
Yep.
Who was it that scored against
We're still only 2 points behind second place or something somehow.
Yeah, it's also.
You play Bayern next. You play Bayern next.
No, we play Galatasaray away. Galatasaray away next. Bayern lost.
Oh, I thought you played Bayern first game of the season.
We played Bayern first and lost. So you go first, second, third, second, first.
Oh.
Tony, Arsenal have not been out of the Champions League long enough for you to forget the format completely.
Gala away is that's a
Gala away is not a fun time.
Yeah,
not a fun,
you have
especially
to
with
win
especially with how we defend. It's not a fun time.
And you have to win too, right? Yeah, that's
And Højlund might not be fit, so who's scoring? Yeah.
No one. He's the leading Champions League scorer.
Who's suspended again?
5 goals.
Who got the red card? Rashford. Jesus.
Rashford.
Yeah, but remember we were saying that was a harsh red too. So he's a bit unlucky with that one.
So you know what? Hey, we're here. We're living. This club. I'm so happy it's an international break next week. I can kick back. I can relax.
Yeah.
I've really come to appreciate international football now in the last few years. Let's move on. Starting to get short on time here. Palace 2, Everton 3. Another win for Everton. They're up to 14 points. Hey, we have the same goal difference as Everton. Look at that. Look at the scope.
-3, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is it actually? And you're 6.
Yeah.
6, Tony. -3 goal differential.
We haven't won a game this season by more than 1 goal.
Tony, that's a functional football club right there.
That's nuts, man. How do you guys do this? You do this every year where you just somehow
I find that turning to alcohol helps.
Hey, it's Everton Crystal Palace, right? That's what this is.
I don't know how they pick up points. Somehow they just pick up. Yeah, like this game, they got battered.
They put it away.
Yeah,
they've been putting chances away.
Was it?
Like they have 7 points from their last 3 games. Everton, like they've started to pick up a bit of steam.
They definitely turned the corner for sure. Winning the games, I wouldn't say this is a game you're supposed to win, but they got it out. It was first minute was Mikolenko, right? In the first minute, they scored early.
Yeah, the man hadn't scored, and then suddenly has 2-2 or something stupid like that.
Yeah. And Doucouré always just pops up, man. He just always pops up with a goal when you need it. But in this game, I think the biggest talking point was so Eze got a penalty early on, like almost right away, and then he had another call for simulation where he kind of just dangled some guys on a touchline. It was a really great move. But it was as clear as day penalty.
Yeah, 100%.
And 100%. And they looked at it, and just, of course, stood with the on-field decision.
Protected their mate on the field. I mean, someone needs to...
What was it they say in the VAR communications? Good process?
Good process. Yeah, good process.
Good process, lads.
And we know they do this because, what's his face? What's the ballerina's name? Mike Dean?
Mike Dean?
Yeah. He came out.
Ballerina. Hang on. What? Ballerina? What's happening here?
I thought there was something about him in dance. And he refereed like a ballerina. I'm sure he did ballet or something. But, yeah.
This is the first I'm hearing of this.
Yeah. maybe I've made that up. Yeah.
Looks like I know what I'm going to look up now after the pod.
It makes sense in my head. But, yeah. He did go on live TV and say sometimes we just decide not to embarrass our mate on national TV. So we know they do this.
I remember him saying that. Yeah.
Wait, you know what? Just quickly speaking of that, I think I read a article. Someone who said that they actually, some higher ups in the FA, told certain people in Sky Sports to like hush about, hey, stop the criticism of the refs. Right?
Yeah.
I forget who said that, but so.
Yeah,
damning.
There was a narrative that they need to, because Gary Neville was going really hard on referees and VAR about how he's lost a lot of confidence in their decision making. And suddenly in the past 2 or 3 weeks, it's like, oh, VAR is brilliant, VAR is this, we need to protect the officials. It's like, how do you flip-flop like 180 degrees in 2 weeks? Like, are you that spineless? But he is that spineless. We know this.
When your paycheck is on the line.
Yeah, whatever. At this point, I don't get what the point of Gary Neville is. He's he's a walking cliche. But Iberici, he signed a new contract, didn't he, at Palace?
Yeah, he did.
Why? I get it, it's more money, but
a week or two ago.
Get out of there, man. Someone needs to save that boy from Palace. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, next game.
I mean, like, Palace not doing too well. 3 losses in their last 4, so...
They beat Burnley last week. I think that's their saving grace.
That's their only way.
I mean, Palace will be Palace. They'll finish like 13th.
They'll finish somewhere between 10th and 13th.
Yeah, and
they are what they are. But a team that is doing some interesting things is Aston Villa. Their 13th home win in a row, 3-1 against Fulham. They are 5th in the table, just a point off the Champions League spaces. They're very, very interesting.
Yeah, 3 points off the top, right? They're in that title race, right in there. But
as much as Spurs are.
Okay, fair enough. Honestly,
United 7 points off the top in that title race, just as much as Spurs are.
Get too crazy, all right?
I really like the signing of Moussa Diaby for Villa. Yeah. He's been pretty top. They've got the best out of Watkins so far this season, and who was it? I was gonna say this was the John McGinn show. Yeah, he's been just bulldozing.
One of the best asses in the Premier League, up there with Sterling. Just powerful, low center of gravity, knocks people off the ball with it. Fantastic. You need to go around an entire city block to get around that ass.
Okay.
Yeah, great description there. We were saying
from Uzi.
We were saying last week how
hard not to scatter when you can see it from so far away.
Okay.
What's that Brentford striker's name now that we Mopai hadn't scored in 14 months? Something like that. That was just that. Raul Jimenez got a goal in the Premier League against Villa this past weekend. First goal.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
18 months, guys. Yeah.
Jeez.
He is still there. Listen, what happened to him was really unfortunate with the David Luiz clash. He is there on reputation. He's not the same player anymore.
Yeah.
It's really sad to see.
Far from it.
Because his thing was he was a threat in the air. And you can just see that he's lost that ability, right? Like, he's always been a good general finisher and all-around player, but yeah, he's not... Like, he had a chance in this game where he hit the post, which was pretty good, but I don't know. I mean, I'm happy for him, you know. It looked like he may never play again. Here he is. He is still technically scoring, so good for him, but yeah. We'll see what happens with Unai and Villa. Who do they play next? I can't remember.
I know their next couple of home games are against City and Liverpool, but their next actual game is Spurs away.
Ooh,
so
I like that.
Tell you what, I know they're not as good away from home, but I think they can take the game to Spurs.
I mean, they have Eric Dyer and Ben Davies in defense, so yeah.
There's
against Ollie Watkins, you'd back.
No Maddison.
Yeah, he's out for a while.
He's out until January.
Yeah.
He and Van de Ven are both out until like around January.
Yeah. I mean, the Madison one we saw coming. The Van de Ven one, that's a big loss. He has been the foundation for them, so that's gonna be tough to bounce back from. But yeah.
Yeah. Let's quickly move on. Liverpool 3, Brentford 0. Honestly, pretty straightforward game. Salah is just in wonderful form right now. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about this. I don't think we even got an interesting Darwin Nunez miss.
He did. He did score 2 goals from
he
outside
scored
positions.
2 goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nice goals too.
Oh,
Tony.
did he? Oh,
yeah.
lovely.
Yeah.
Good.
You know what, actually, Tony?
I'm good. That makes me happy.
While we're here, that first goal, come on, that's not offside.
I didn't think it was offside.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know what's going on. Because if that was automated offside, I feel like that won't be offside. I think it's just a bloke drawing lines. Just whatever.
Well, we know it's just a bloke drawing lines. We know it's that.
True, actually, yeah. So
it's just some guy with the fucking ruler.
Yeah, there's no way it's offside. I agree with you, Tommy. But
yeah, and then Liverpool keep a clean sheet, which is rare for them.
Alisson made a couple of really good saves.
Yeah,
because Brentford had some chances.
Hey, I will take my Simicast fantasy points. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he had a good game. He's been filling in that Robertson spot.
Look, you want to check our fantasy league? I'm back at the top of the table.
I didn't see this weekend.
Yeah.
But
guess who captained Salah this week?
Me too.
Everybody. It's everybody.
Trust me. I checked. You are not.
Darn it. Okay, then good thing it was an international break.
McAllister, I did put him up as a possibility for worst signing of the season. Endo's playing ahead of him now, and he
looks better. Yeah,
I mean, Endo was lucky to stay on the pitch.
Yeah, he crazy tackle, really poor. But Klopp won't talk about that, you know.
No, they won, so he's going to be happy in the press conference, right?
Did you see Arteta's press conference after? He was like... He, basically, in every interview he did, they asked him a question completely unrelated. He's like, oh no, please ask me about VAR. Thank you for asking me about VAR. They were fantastic today. Wonderful. Make sure you write that and put it everywhere like you do when things don't go well. It's like, yeah...
he's really trying to be Pep, isn't he? Because this sounds like something Pep would do.
Arteta's a nut.
Just shave his head.
Yeah.
Just shave his head. It's coming, man. Yeah. It's coming.
It was like, yes. He's hilarious. But VAR, De Zerbi as well roasted VAR. Everyone's roasting VAR, man.
Oh, we will get to that because let's quickly move on. Brighton dropping points again. This time against Sheffield United. And Roberto De Zerbi was not happy with this one.
Did you guys think it was a red card? I didn't think it was a red card. I'd forgotten about it. Well, I didn't think it was a red card. Like, it was a surprise when I saw it. It was like, okay. Did you need to send him off there? But, yeah.
It just feels like one of those that could go either way to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it wasn't a red, wouldn't bother me. If it is a red, like it was... doesn't really bother me that much. I feel like you just can go either way with that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
It's kind of like the Havertz one from last week, right? Whereas like, okay, whichever way the ref decides to go, I can be like, I can see why. But man,
they fell apart.
they're not dealing well with this double up with Europe, much like Newcastle.
Yeah, well, they're second in their group though, which is a positive. They beat Ajax.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's kind of beaten Ajax, although they bounced back domestically. Well, bounce back's a bit strong, but yeah, they need to win games like this. I don't really know what to expect from Brighton now this season in the league.
I mean, they're another team that's been dealing with a fair amount of injuries as well.
Yeah, that'll happen when you're in 4 competitions. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on to the interesting bit. De Zerbi, he was like, 80% of the officials I don't like. It's just like, what do you mean? It was like, yeah, only like 20% I like.
How many yellow cards has he picked up on the touchline? Because I feel like he gets one just about every game.
Yeah. I don't even know who the ref was in this game, but he specifically mentioned my name. I don't like it. It's just, yeah. I don't know how he doesn't have a ban yet, but yeah.
He must have already had a touchline ban this season for accumulation of yellows, because I know Ten Hag is banned from our next one because he has 3 yellows.
Oh really?
Now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is he complaining about? What did Ten Hag?
He barely even get up.
Watch United play. There is plenty to complain about.
Yeah, but with the officials against Luton, like, how are you getting a yellow card in that game? But yeah, okay. Yeah.
And lastly, we have West Ham 3, Nottingham Forest 2, and David Moyes might have achieved his final form by getting James Ward-Prowse onto this team.
This guy missed his calling.
This is everything he dreamed of.
David Moyes, he missed his calling. He's in the wrong sport. Should be a rugby manager or something. Like, this doesn't suit it. But yeah, I mean, it's working. It's just really nasty.
Yeah, I think it's great.
That is Europa Conference League champion David Moyes, okay? Show some respect.
Man, but he's it's just a perfect piece to his puzzle, you know what I mean? He's got a guy like whipping great crosses, great passes, and he's got guys like Bowen and Souček who just know how to score that. I love the Souček celebration. I just like twirling around after he scores. It's actually pretty funny, that guy. But it works.
Has Fellaini retired? Or
no, he's still a free agent.
No.
I know he's a free agent.
Back.
I would not put it past David Moyes to bring in Myron Fellaini just to add to the nastiness. It's just, yeah.
Do it.
Happen,
just
please.
Fellaini would get sent off so many times
Score.
with VAR now because he loves chucking an elbow.
Yeah, score a lot of goals though, and we are dangerously low on the throws in the Premier League. Like, the hair's looking pretty ordinary. So
I'm pretty sure he's cut his hair now.
Oh, has he?
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point? Shut it all down.
Yeah.
That was half the magic.
Yeah.
No, but that would be. I mean, I was joking about having him at United, but having him at West Ham actually seems realistic. So this is pretty cool. I'd be really down for it. Yeah.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It was a good week at Barclays this time around.
And now
week. I feel like last weekend we didn't have too much until the Monday night game, but this was good. Send us off into the international break on a bit of a high.
I don't know why the international. Yeah, it's
another international break.
Terrible timing.
I welcome it. That being said, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And as always, thank you for joining me, Tommy.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Hopefully the good run of play continues for Chelsea.
Look at his smile on his face. He's so happy. He's so happy.
It's like a weight's been lifted off his shoulders.
8 goals in 2 games, right?
This is all I've been asking for. You don't have to win games. Just play well, score some goals. That'll make me happy. I don't ask for too much, Tony. Yeah.
Weirdly, United are doing the opposite. They'll win games, but they'll never play well or score goals.
Yeah.
Which one feels better? Is there? You having fun over there?
What a question!
I'm not.
What a question!
So I'll take this. Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad you're old. I'm glad.
I'm
glad
you're
birthday
old.
last week.
What the hell?
Happy birthday, Tony! By the way, just to sign up for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad I missed your birthday last week. You don't deserve the wishes.
Oh my god.
Dickhead.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me, Tony.
Yeah, happy birthday, Tommy. Yeah. Us old,
You got some
folk.
sass to throw my way. Yeah.
No.
Fuck you, over 30s.
You you've suffered enough. You've suffered enough.
Fucking over 30. You're getting sassed by the senior citizens here.
Jesus Christ.
Are you not there like this?
He's there.
This December. Or no?
I'm there in
He's
a month.
there, so I don't know why he's doing this.
I got a month. Yeah, but I'll talk my shit until then.
All right, use it.
Good stuff, boys. Enjoyed the chat. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. And we'll see you next week. Bye bye.